Hi, fact lovers! Get ready to discover some fascinating facts that will surprise you. Episode 95.
Russia is so vast that it spans across 11 time zones. It is the largest country in the world by land area, covering about 17 million square kilometers. This immense size makes it so that the time in one part of Russia can be hours ahead or behind other regions, creating unique challenges for communication and travel. The Dead Sea is so salty that people can float effortlessly on its surface. Located between Jordan and Israel, its salt concentration is around 30%. This high salinity prevents most marine life from surviving, hence the name Dead Sea. It also has therapeutic benefits for skin conditions, attracting tourists seeking its healing properties. There's a country called Bhutan where gross national happiness is prioritized over GDP. Bhutan measures success not just by economic growth, but by citizens' well-being, environmental conservation, and cultural preservation. The country's unique focus on happiness has garnered global attention as an alternative to traditional development metrics used by most nations. Canada has more lakes than any other country in the world. With over 31,000 lakes, Canada holds around 60% of the world's total lakes. The largest, Lake Superior, spans more than 31,700 square miles, making it the largest freshwater lake by surface area globally. The Sahara Desert isn't always hot. While it's known for its extreme heat, it has also recorded temperatures as low as -13 degrees Fahrenheit -25 degrees Celsius at night. This temperature drop occurs because the desert is dry and lacks cloud cover, causing heat to escape into the atmosphere once the sun sets. The Great Wall of China isn't a single continuous wall. It's a series of walls and fortifications built over centuries, with the longest section stretching over 13,000 miles. Its purpose was to protect Chinese states from invading forces, but it's far from being one seamless structure. The Eiffel Tower can be 15 centimeters taller during the summer. Made of iron, the tower expands when heated due to thermal expansion. In warmer temperatures, the metal lengthens, making the iconic structure just a little bit taller during the summer months. There's a country called Liechtenstein that doesn't have its own army. Located between Switzerland and Austria, this small country has relied on its neighbors for defense. Liechtenstein's decision not to maintain a standing army is a result of its small size and stable relations with surrounding countries. There's a place in Norway called Hell, and it freezes over in the winter. Hell is a small village known for its cold winters, which makes for a quirky, somewhat humorous phrase, Hell freezes over. The town also attracts tourists eager to see this cold place with a curious name. Australia is home to the world's longest fence. The Dingo Fence stretches over 5,600 kilometers, 3,480 miles, across the Australian outback, originally built to keep dingoes away from fertile land. It remains one of the longest man-made structures in the world. Mount Everest isn't the tallest mountain on Earth when measured from base to summit. While Everest is the highest point above sea level, Mauna Kea in Hawaii is technically taller when measured from its base on the ocean floor. Mauna Kea's height exceeds 33,500 feet, making it taller than Everest's 29,032 feet.
Before we jump into next fact, tell us which fact was the most unexpected. Don't forget to subscribe to Facts Time for more jaw-dropping facts.
Antarctica is the driest, coldest, and windiest continent. It's also the only continent with no native human population. While most people associate it with snow, Antarctica is technically a desert, receiving very little precipitation. Its extreme conditions make it one of the most inhospitable places on Earth. The shortest commercial flight in the world lasts just 57 seconds. The flight operates between two islands in the Orkney Islands off Scotland, covering a distance of only 1.7 miles. This quick jaunt is considered the shortest scheduled flight, and passengers can barely finish their seatbelt checks before they land. The Amazon rainforest is so large it produces 20% of the world's oxygen. Often referred to as the lungs of the Earth, the Amazon plays a critical role in regulating the planet's atmosphere. It covers roughly 5.5 million square kilometers and spans 9 countries in South America. The only country that is also a continent is Australia. Known as both a country and a continent, Australia is the world's smallest continent but the 6th largest country. It's surrounded by oceans and includes a variety of ecosystems, from deserts to tropical rainforests. There's a place called No Name Key in Florida. This island in the Florida Keys has been famously known for its peculiar name. While the island itself is beautiful and tranquil, its name often leads to confusion, making it an interesting oddity in the US geography. Russia has a town called Vyborg that lies on 2 continents. Located on the border of Europe and Asia, this small Russian town is divided by the Gulf of Finland. Some parts of Vyborg lie in Europe, while others are located in the Asian portion of the continent. The longest river in the world was once debated between the Nile and the Amazon. The Nile River, traditionally considered the longest, spans about 4,135 miles, but recent measurements suggest the Amazon River might be longer. While there's still some debate, the Amazon is unquestionably the largest river by discharge volume. There's a city in the Philippines called Dumaguete known as the City of Gentle People. This title reflects the warmth and friendliness of its residents, creating a peaceful and inviting atmosphere for tourists. Dumaguete is also a hub for marine biodiversity and scuba diving. Greenland is the world's largest island that's not a continent. Despite its name, Greenland is an island, not a continent. It's also largely covered by an ice sheet, making it one of the least populated and most mysterious places on Earth. It's also geographically part of North America. The US has a state with no rivers. The state of Delaware is the only one in the US that doesn't have any natural rivers or streams. Though it's a small state, it makes for an interesting geographical quirk in the otherwise river-rich US. There is a volcano in Indonesia called Krakatoa that caused a global climate shift. The eruption of Krakatoa in 1883 was one of the most violent in history. Its explosion affected the climate worldwide, causing a significant drop in global temperatures and leading to what was known as the year without a summer. Japan has an island populated entirely by rabbits. Okunoshima, also known as Rabbit Island, is home to hundreds of wild rabbits. The island is a popular tourist destination, where visitors can interact with the friendly, free-roaming rabbits, which have become a symbol of the island. The world's longest coastline belongs to Canada. Stretching over 202,080 kilometers, Canada's coastline encompasses both the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, as well as the Arctic Ocean. Its vastness makes Canada home to some of the most diverse marine ecosystems in the world. There's a country called Nauru with no military forces. The smallest island nation in the world, Nauru is located in the Pacific Ocean. Despite its size, it doesn't have a standing military, relying on Australia for defense and international security. It's a unique example of a peaceful, independent nation.
That's it for today, guys. If you like this video, please give a like and subscribe to our channel for more interesting facts like this.